What's up everyone, it's Sierra and welcome back to another speed build, or if you're new here, I'm so happy you decided to stop on by and check out this video. Today we are building with the Horse Ranch pack, and we are using a shell of a home that I built, I would say 2-ish years ago. Now the Horse Ranch pack, it came with a new world called Chestnut Ridge, which obviously we are building in right now. And I find this world so stinking cute. I love this world so much. And it came with some decent sized lots, which made me a very happy camper. I will say this build took me in total 6 hours to complete. Honestly, it was over a span of 3 days because I had a lot going on. So I just could not sit down and do the whole build in one day. Even with using the shell that I previously made, because if I would have built the actual home, this video would have been over an hour long, and that's just like insane. I think me pushing like 35 minutes, I think this video is close to, is purely insane in itself. But that is only because I put so much detail into the outside of this build. We started out on, I think it was like a 20 by 20 lot, and I realized that it was way too small and we needed to relocate to something just like, a little bit bigger so they could have a backyard to have some like mini goats, sheep, and obviously you have room to put a horse in. And if you really wanted to, if you have seasons, you can put a cute little garden in the backyard. Now, I only say this because I did pack restrict for most part on this build. I mean, it was kind of hard considering we didn't get very much like build buy items. And a big chunk of Maxis's budget went into the actual horses, which we all know that, but I digress. So with that being said, I had to pull a lot of items from Cottage Living. I think I used like 4 items from Growing Together here in this build and base game. So I mean, technically 3 packs and base game were used in this home. Now, as you can see, like I said earlier, we end up moving into a bigger lot in Chestnut Ridge. I'm trying to think. Oh no, I think this is like a 30 by 20 or maybe a 30 by 30 lot. If you know, comment down below because it has just like lost me. Like my memory is just like kaput at this point. Also, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of the new Horse Ranch pack and if you've been enjoying it, or if you don't like it, let me know in the comments down below. I personally have been loving it so far. It has really taken our Rags to Riches challenge to a whole new level. It's kind of crazy to think that we've been playing My Farming Rags to Riches for literally almost a year now over on Twitch. But anyway, like I said, we had to relocate to a slightly bigger lot, as you can tell, to be able to have a little teeny tiny backyard. Well, not like teeny tiny, but not like a huge backyard. And a little side yard as well for this build. So much detail went into the outside of this home. It honestly took me forever because I am so picky when it comes to placement, and my OCD, it gets the best of me, and I get hyper fixated on little details. I don't know if anyone else is like that too, but that's just me. But I did put a lot of detail on the inside of this house also, so don't you worry. But geez, man, like I really spent a lot of time trying to perfect the landscaping, which I think turned out just so beautifully, and it gives off that cozy farm home vibe that I was totally going for, and I nailed it. Anyway, we are moving on to the front garden area, as you can tell. Usually I put more than one garden in my builds, but like I said earlier, I wanted to be able to use the side yard for some activities. And with this being a smaller lot, I kind of had to be mindful on what I was placing, obviously. But as you can tell, I dove into debug for a good amount of the outside like decor and plants and stuff that you see that I like scattered around here to make it more, I don't know, just more like homey, I guess. I use a lot of the little mushrooms that came from cottage living. As you can tell, I was like sizing them down to be like super itty bitty. I love using those in my cottage builds and now in my farm builds. Like I said, I built a cute little barn on the right side of the yard area, if that's what you want to call it, like a little side yard type of thing going on. If we wanted to rescue a horse, then we needed a barn. It took me, I would say like a hot minute to get like size and placement down, just because it's like kind of like an awkward area. But once I got it down, I was good to go. And I was also thinking, you can't build a horse ranch farm home and not have a horse. Like, what would be the point of the build? Like, seriously, what would be the point? Also, I've noticed that in game, like, I built, like, I guess it's like a little stable thing for, like, my mini sheep and my mini goats to, you know, go hang out and sleep when it rains and stuff like that. No, they don't use the barn to sleep in for some reason. They snuggle up next to my chicken coops, which I think is so adorable. I'm not hating on it, but it would be cute if they would, like, you know, use the barns like the horses do on their own. I'm like finding myself having to call them into the barn and hope they want to stay inside when it thunderstorms, and it makes me kind of sad. We all know I love everything cozy and just being cozy in general, so I wanted this build to just, you know, reflect that. Sorry. I know I've been kind of rambling on a little bit, maybe just a little bit, but this is a very long video. This video is actually longer than the holiday family home that I built around Christmas time, which I think was like 20 something minutes long, which was really long and took a long time to build. I am so very happy with how this little barn turned out. It is so cute and cozy, perfect for a horse. I did realize at the end of filming this that I put stuff in here for, like, you know, nectar collecting and storage, but just didn't even put in the machine thing. You know, you needed to actually make the nectar, because, you know, it makes so much sense, right, to just like not even put it in. Go figure. Like I said in my last video, I'm just getting over being sick, and I've been working over 55 hours a week for quite a bit now, and my brain is like on sleep mode at this point. I feel like I'm not the only one though, and really the only thing that is keeping me going is caffeine at this point in time. Also, I said this in my last build, but I am fully in autumn mode, like spooky vibes forever. But especially like right now, spooky vibes full swing. Summer is over for me, and I am ready for the leaves to start changing and it to be sweater weather. I'm pretty sure I've said this like half a bajillion times by now, but autumn, fall, whatever you want to call it, don't really care. It is my absolute favorite. And then spring, then summer, and then winter, because no one likes to be that cold all the time. Okay, so we are finally getting into the floor plan of this cozy little horse ranch family home. You've probably noticed that the floor plan is already done, laid out, and everything else like that. That is only because, like I said before at the beginning of the video, this is a shell that I built years ago. What did I say, like 2 years ago or something like that, and I decided to use it. I love the floor plan of this build It's very cozy after you fill it up with furniture and like all your clutter items and essentials and whatnot. Honestly, I wonder how many times I will say cozy in this build. Someone keep count and comment down below and let us know. I give you full permission to call me out right now. Now, I always go for a more like realistic look when it comes to building homes and putting in like certain clutter and whatever else. I personally feel it makes the builds just like a little bit more, not a little bit more, so much more personalized and a lot more fun to play in. At least I think so. Now, this living room, pretty small. I know what you're thinking. How can you fit anything in here? And I've worked with this before. I used this like home when I was playing Not So Berry, like on my own in my own free time. And I did a pretty darn good job with, you know, filling it up with like clutter and stuff like that. I did struggle just a teeny tiny bit because I don't know. As you can see, I really wasn't a fan of the rug that we got in with like the horse pack. So I like vetoed that. And like I said, I was trying to like pack restrict a little bit. So I was kind of thinking, all right, can't use like a bajillion different packs in this build because I mainly wanted to focus on the horse ranch pack, obviously, because this is a horse ranch build. And unfortunately, like I said, I had to pull from a few little packs, like putting in these puzzles from, gosh, what was it? Growing Together, which I'm not a huge fan of the Growing Together pack. Like we got some cute like clutter items and stuff like that, like, but gameplay, the world, everything else, not too big of a fan, to be honest. Now, as you can tell with the kitchen, I have changed the countertops twice. Literally twice, because I was not sure what kind of color scheme I wanted to go with. I painted the ceilings and the peelings. Jeez, I really cannot talk today. The ceilings are the super dark, like chocolate color, which I love the fact that we can paint ceilings and everything now in the game. Look at me struggling trying to figure out where to place this like pots and pans thing. That thing like gave me a run for my money. And here I am again, just trying to figure out what color I want to use for just the kitchen. It was a nightmare. I did end up going for like this like lighter wood tone, which I hate how when the light comes in and everything, like the shadows, the highlights, your lower counters and your cabinets look like they don't match, and it was driving me absolutely insane. Like at one point I clicked on my upper cabinets. I was like, are these even the same color? I was like, there is no way these are even the same color. And guess what? They are the same color. It's just the lighting is horrible in The Sims. I mean, maybe I need to like do a new like reshade or something in the game. I don't know. It's just like it looks so off for some reason all the time. Also, I just realized looking through this clutter that I'm putting down, I definitely use more than 3 packs in base game. I use the Country Kitchen Kit. Yeah, I use the Country Kitchen Kit. Wow, my brain, I'm like, it's brain fog right now. Like I said, it took me the span of 3 days and 6 hours total to do this entire build. So my brain's mush. But like I said, yeah, I ended up using 4 packs plus base game. It was hard because we did not get a lot of clutter items and stuff from the Horse Ranch pack, which is so disappointing. Like, I am so disappointed. But I do love how the items that we did get kind of look like they're CC, like custom content. If you don't know what CC is, perfectly okay if you don't know, but they look like they are custom content. Also, you're probably wondering, what the heck are you doing with those plants? They are way too big for whatever you got going on up there. And I love to do this. I take the like curtain rod things, or like, I don't know what they are, the like curtain, the wood curtain things from the Desert Luxe kit, and I use them to make like shelvings and stuff like that. And as you can see, I used it like underneath my window sill to make like a little shelving area to put some like little clutter items and some like little cute plants. And I definitely don't ever use like that rug in the kitchen, the like little runner things from base game. I definitely wanted to use those. Usually I'm like, ooh, these are not the prettiest looking things ever. But I'm like, they look like they should be in like my grandma's home or something. But I ended up using them. And as you can tell, what is this? Why am I forgetting what room I'm in? It's so obvious that this is the dining room. The dining room, kind of small, but like I said, there's only like, 4 Sims technically that would be living in this home. So you really don't need anything bigger. And I was not feeling a square table or a rectangle one. We got a rectangle like table in the horse ranch pack, but it is like way too big for like a normal home. You need that if you're playing like 100 baby challenge and you got 8 Sims in your household basically. You're probably wondering if I filmed the bathrooms in this home, and the answer is no, I did not film the bathrooms, mainly because I was able to cut this down into like, I think like 29 minutes, and that's like 6 hours of footage cut down into 29 minutes, and if I would have added in the bathrooms, it would have just been way too long, so I did not film them. Okay, anyways, I just added like a few little paintings and stuff like that. This front room gave me a run for my money. I was not happy trying to fill this area with stuff, mainly because we did get some cute, like, oh my gosh, what the heck are they? They're like hutches. I guess they're like hutches. They're like hutches and like side tables and stuff like that that came with the horse ranch pack. So I really wanted to use those, but I was like, we got a couple of them. I'm like, and they're so cute. I was like, and I kind of don't want to use the same one that I used in like the little tiny like makeshift mudroom thing that I built outside of the dining room. Oh my gosh, why did like my mind just draw a blank completely? Even when we were building the dining room, I was like, what room am I in? Anyway, back to the entryway. I wanted to put like some clutter and stuff in here, but I'm like, I don't feel like anything really looks good. Kind of like, I don't know, I feel like some of the stuff like didn't make sense to even put in here. So I kind of just went through for, gosh, it was probably like 20 minutes or something that I went through, and then I finally figured out at like this point, basically right here, like how I wanted this room set up and everything. And I still ended up like changing it around a little bit. Like I said, I wanted to keep like a little bit of the struggle in for you guys. I don't like taking everything out, because then it just like makes it look like it's just all too easy for us when we do these builds, and I struggle, I really do, and I wanted to show you guys that. Also, I realized that I stopped recording at some point, and I made like a couple changes to like the living room and stuff like that, so I gave you like a little brief overview. Now, this kid's bedroom, oh man, did this kid's bedroom just like not do well for me. This kid's room did me so dirty. I don't know why I struggled so much with this kid's room. I don't know if it's just because like I didn't like the pink. I did not like that rug for some reason that we got with the horse ranch pack. I don't know, it just like, I felt like it did not fit well with some of the swatches that we got for the kids' beds. Like, it just felt so off, and I don't know, I struggled so much, and I was like, this room's not even that big, so I'm like, I really shouldn't have that much of an issue, but no, it definitely like posed somewhat of a problem. But I did put in like the cute like little barn thing. It looks like a blow up toy, you know, like those like blow up slides and stuff that you get for like parties, and then you blow them up, like the little like slide thingies for like kids parties and stuff like that. It doesn't look like it's made out of like wood or anything like that. It looks like it's literally like a blow up toy. At least that's like that's what it reminds me of. I'm sorry. And I'm a little salty that we did not get more like kids toys and stuff like that. Like, I don't know what the Sims team was thinking, but we got basically nothing for kids. Like, the bunk bed, like we briefly see the bunk bed that I thought about using, vetoed that idea. I'm just like, why would I give her a bunk bed? Like I said, it was just like kind of a nightmare doing this. Oh, that is a really cute little tree decor thing that I used on the wall. I completely forgot I used that. Super cute. And yeah, like I said, just a big issue all around with that room. But the parents' room, now the parents' room was a different story because we got some pretty cute like swatches and stuff for like the bedding and everything. So I knew exactly what I wanted to do in here. Like as soon as I put that first bed down, I was like, all right, I just need to figure out what swatch I want to use basically, and it's smooth sailing from here, which made me pretty happy because I almost had to step away from the first kids room. Don't know why. Like I said, it's first kids room is so small and everything, so whatever. But the parents' room, I wanted to just feel like so tranquil and just like very farm homey-esque vibes, if you will. We got, oh my gosh, I love this like hutch thing. Not a hutch. Why do I keep calling things hutches when they're clearly not? I mean, technically maybe it is. It's like an ottoman thing that you put your clothes in. Cutest thing ever. Like I said, a lot of this stuff looks like it's just CC, custom content, and I am here for it. It's like made me rethink a lot of like the custom content that I have in my game. I've been able to like get rid of a bunch of stuff lately, which is so nice because my game just runs so much smoother. Anyways, I loved these chairs with like the floral, like what are they, like blankets or just like coverings thrown over them. I love them so much that I decided to use one in the living room as well. I don't know, it just made it feel so much more cozy and I was living for it. Overall, very, very satisfied with how the parents' room turned out. I even gave them this like little sitting area thing and little like tidbit, whatever. I took this little table and I used tool mod to size it down, and then I put these cute like little owls on top of it. I thought it just looked perfect, like mwah, chef's kiss. Then, then, yep, you guessed it, we moved on to the second kids room, which I am so happy I did not have more than 2 kids rooms to decorate. I don't struggle with kids' rooms, like that is not me. So the fact that I struggled so much, not okay. I mean, we all have our good days and bad days, right? And this was just like not my day. All my creative energy went into majority of the rest of the home. Like, I am sorry. But anyway, I did not want the kids' rooms to be like completely identical, because that would have just been like not fun. I could have just like thrown the same stuff in each room, but I was like, nope, I want it to just like the kids to have like different personalities and stuff like that. But like I said, this kids room was a heck of a lot easier to do after I conquered the first one. Just trying to like not use a bunch of packs. Pack restriction was something that I was the most mindful about. Like I said, I used like 5 packs altogether, including base game, which I don't honestly think is really that bad, considering usually I don't do any type of like pack restriction. I just like kind of go crazy when it comes to building and stuff like that. So we are pretty much to the end, I'm pretty sure, of the second kids build. I don't really put, yeah, we're at the end. I really didn't put anything else in. I kind of thought about it, but no, just didn't do it. And then with the bookcases, oh man, these bookcases, I did not know what type of bookcase I wanted to put in here. I felt like nothing really looked good. That's probably just me from like sitting and staring at the screen literally all day. So I kind of like threw in some filler bookcases, if you will, just for like the time being, just because I knew that's where I wanted to place them, everything else. And then I knew I needed a sitting area, and I definitely knew that I was going to use the new chairs. And as you can see, you get like a little tiny glimpse of one of the bathrooms. Like I said, did not film the bathrooms. This video would have been way too heckin' long, and honestly, it just like, bathrooms, are they that much fun to watch being built? No, not really. And I also contemplated whether or not if I should make this upstairs like a storage room, or if I should actually make it into like a study like area type loft situation, because they do not have like a TV or anything. I put like a painting up above the fireplace downstairs. So I was like, they need like some form of entertainment going on in the home. I mean, I guess since they're gonna have like farm animals and a horse and stuff like that, do they really need a computer? Eh, probably not. But then I gave them like this little radio thing from the horse ranch back too, which I think is like super adorable. I didn't realize for a hot minute that they had given us this. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing, but we are coming to the end of this build. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. Like always, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button. My goal, I've said this before, but my goal, very, very hefty goal, my goal is to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. Don't know if that's possible, but I really want it to happen. Let's cross our fingers, maybe it will. Anyway, I hope you all have a good day, afternoon, night, wherever you are. I kind of just threw some stuff in the backyard. As you can see, nothing really crazy, but don't forget that like and subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video.